Can you guys count me to 10, guys?
Well, I'm glad you did. A bunch of people have been asking me how I make videos, so here it is, a tutorial on how to edit good. So, first of all, what I really suggest you do before making a video is to lay down a general idea or outline before going into video production. When you have an outline, it allows you to pull off fun gimmicks like this one, where I use the concept of time travel to jump between locations.
Siri, time travel forward. I don't know.
Getting an outline, or even a rough one, can really help in the progression of your videos. Once you've got a basic outline down, I would highly suggest making a script, unless your video is a spur-of-the-moment video like vlogs, food reviews, or let's plays. I typically write and refine my scripts within a day or two, and I record it. Speaking of recording, and I can't stress this enough, invest in good audio. Trust me, it will make all the difference. You can make the sickest videos with the wildest visuals, but if your audio is crappy, then no one's gonna watch it. I use this mic, the Rode Video Micro, which is fine, and I also run my audio through Adobe Podcast's Enhanced Speech feature, which, by the way, is free. I highly recommend this as it's amazing at its job, but be sure to re-listen to the audio after enhancing as it tends to slur words. After you've got your script down, what I then do is hunt for background music. This is another thing that I need to stress on. Find good quality music. Using mainstream ones, especially ones which have been used to oblivion, will cheapen your video and, well, make it less unique. Personally, for videos, I prefer using these sources as they generally have high quality background music. Kevin MacLeod, Stream Beats by Harris Heller, both YouTube's audio library and the audio library channel, and much more. It's also worthwhile to find artists who dabble in background music you can use. For example, Bonus Points is an artist I've been using for a while now, whose works on SoundCloud are okay to use in videos. And remember, be sure to keep a catalog of music you like and are willing to use. Next up, footage. This is, I believe, much more important than everything I just said in the past couple of minutes. Always invest in high quality footage. If you're looking to create vlog content, I highly recommend investing in a good camera. Even phones these days can do the trick. For gaming videos and the like, that part's a bit more complicated. I use OBS to record my screen, and depending on what game or thing I'm recording, I also use the device's inbuilt screen recorder. Always prioritize smoothness over eye candy. If it helps, tone down your game settings to squeeze more frames per second from recordings. It doesn't matter if your Fortnite gameplay looks good but runs like an aging grandma on stilts. After you've gathered everything, it's time to edit. When it comes to editing, it should be your top priority to keep your viewer engaged. What I suggest when editing is to always provide the illusion that something is happening in your video to prevent the viewer from getting bored. For example, in my latest shorts video about making art, I did these zoomed in pans of speed paints in order to give the illusion that something's happening. If you compare the original footage and the edited one together, can you tell me which one is more engaging to look at? This also applies to narration too. If your narration is drawn out too long and contains a bunch of unnecessary stuff, cut it out. This also goes for long stretches of nothing. Which you should also get rid of. Remember, you want people to stay engaged. Adding animation and flair into your video can help too. Try adding a little speech bubble here or a different shot there to add variation. Remember, you want to provide the illusion of something happening. Add text to accentuate stuff too. It also helps if you're making points or saying quotes. The pacing of your video also plays a large role in how your video turns out. Avoid making it too fast or too slow. You don't want to overwhelm or bore your viewers. Change the pace subtly to reflect the mood of whatever you're posting. Let's Plays might require faster pacing, while tutorials might require slower pacing to ensure viewers can keep up with your tutorial. Perhaps the most important bit of editing is getting your personality to shine through. Avoid being generic like everyone else. Be yourself, slap some effectiveness on your videos and make it truly yours. Individualism is important and it will help you set a precedent for what future videos will be like. Avoid speaking like you have no confidence. Add energy and puppiness to your voice and it will pay off, trust me. Look at your favorite creators and note how they use personality to set a brand for themselves. Furthermore, I encourage people to explore more unique types of content instead of banking on trends and whatever is popular these days. Not that trends are bad, no, but solely relying on them can make your YouTube channel not feel unique and, well, just another drop in the bucket. Alright, you ready to strap in? Because stuff is about to get technical. Whenever I edit my videos, I use iMovie for cutting up videos and Alight Motion to add motion graphics. I'll mostly be focusing on Alight Motion since that's where all the good stuff is at. Remember earlier when I said that you should provide the illusion that something is happening? This is where motion graphics come into play. I manually animate everything you see in these videos using Alight Motion's move, rotate, and resize tools. Using these, I can add motion and flare to an otherwise boring clip. When it comes to video editing software though, I highly recommend working your way up from simple software. InShot is in particular fantastic software for beginners as it includes almost every tool I mentioned in this video and a bunch more. Next up, flare. I talk about flare a lot in this video, but what exactly am I referring to? Well, it's the little embellishments that I add into my videos for, well, extra animation. I encourage you to be creative with your own embellishments. There are a lot of stuff there that you can integrate into your videos in weird or unexpected ways. And here's one of my favorite bits: adding emphasis by using sound effects. Using sound effects can help accentuate and emphasize whatever you're saying in the moment. YouTube is an absolute gold mine of potential sound effects that you can freely use. Just make sure not to overdo it though, especially with stuff like the chipmunk laugh. Ugh. There are many resources out there that can help you make videos. Stock video sites are great sources for filler/demonstrative content. Fauxels is a great site and I've been using it for years now, and I recommend it. If you've seen a video with a bright green or blue background, that's a video which you can chroma key to make the resulting video transparent. Most video editors have chroma key functionality, which is useful if you're overlaying footage over one another, or memes. AI tools like ChatGPT and Bing Chat are also pretty good for helping you write scripts, ideas, and video titles. If you in particular struggle with either scripting or making good video titles, it's never shameful to ask AI for help. So, you've finished your video. What then is next? Well, making a thumbnail for your video is extremely important as it sets first impressions for your viewer. Avoid simple, cheap-looking thumbnails. Take your time and flesh it out. I use Ibis Paint to make my thumbnails, but any photo editing program that's advanced enough will do the trick. Once you've slapped a good title on your video, it's time to hit upload. There you go. I've shown you all the basics of making good videos, or at least that's what I think are great ways to make videos. The thing is, this guide isn't meant to be exhaustive. YouTube is a gold mine of content which includes tutorials. Check your fellow YouTubers' tutorials on how to make good content too. And most importantly, watch a lot of YouTubers spanning different genres and niche so you can point out every little bit of video editing goodness from your videos. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Be sure to support me by liking and subbing, and I will see you in the Defected Records basement.
Security!
Oh